CJ Faison is a YouTube channel built around buying cursed land, haunted houses, and forgotten properties across the United States, and then exploring them at night so you don't have to. On this Christmas night, CJ camps out alone in his van on his haunted farm, joined by the Annabelle doll and a spirit box, cooking chili with rice by the fire while something inside the house just won't stop moving on its own.
Camping video, but this time I'm going back to the world's most haunted farm that you all absolutely love. Tonight is a lot different from the previous times that you have seen me camp out because I am actually prepared for once in my life with adequate equipment to keep me warm, to keep me my belly full and all that good stuff. It is Christmas Day, or night technically. So I came home, I was a little like, I don't know what to do, and then I got thinking, I'm like, all of my camping supplies just came in the mail. I'm good, I'm going camping tonight. So, you know, short of me having a heart attack and dying right there on the property, I'm gonna finish out this video for you all and camp out there.
Standing outside by the fire cooking dinner, a loud crash comes from inside the house. Something within the home has just made a sound that defies explanation. The YouTuber freezes completely and stares intently at the door.
Or around for whatever the f was that? What the hell?
Cooking chili with rice outside by the fire, something makes a loud crashing sound from inside the house. The explorer stops mid-cooking, completely still. He goes to check, but there was nothing there.
What the f? Ow! Ah! Damn it! What the f was that? Hello? Shit. What the f is going on with this place? I can already tell you all, this is gonna be a rough video tonight.
Inside the house, with the Annabelle doll, a strange noise is heard from the kitchen. Then the spirit box says, "Mental." Next, some tapping sounds. Then, something that sounds exactly like a piano slamming from the next room. He freezes. He is alone in the house. No one is anywhere near that piano.
All right, Annabelle. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna fire up Spirit Talker here. You're gonna get the uncomfortable chair. All right, we're gonna talk here for a second. What or who has taken offense to Annabelle, this doll that's literally you can buy online? There's nothing special to her. Who, what, or why are you attaching yourself to this doll? It sounds crazy for everybody watching back at home. Trust me. You know how many times I watch back some of these videos of me talking to this doll and being like, what the fuck? Yeah, a lot. I've questioned myself. I'm like, do I need to go to the, like the Looney Tune house or something for like a couple of weeks? But like, you can only correlate everything that's been happening here as soon as I took that doll out of that package. It's the only thing.
mental.
No fucking way. Mental. It just said mental. Oh, you're mocking me now. Do you think I need to go? Ah! It's just a tapping. What the f was that? It was a fucking piano, I'm pretty sure. Sorry for cussing. What is your issue? What the hell is your issue? And what do you want from me? Holy shit, it almost sounded like the damn piano like slammed or something.
CJ lies down in the van trying to sleep, but he sees a flashlight outside the window. Then the van moves. The entire van shifts on its own. The YouTuber looks all around in the darkness, completely still.
Oh shit, the window only goes down halfway. What the fuck is that? The fuck's a flashlight? Alright, I'm tripping out or the fucking van just moved.
The GoPro falls on its own. He sees it fall, and nothing touched it. He sits up in the dark van, on a haunted farm on Christmas night, and says the following out loud.
Like you're trying to decipher between, like... What the fuck? Oh my gosh! The fucking GoPro just fell. The GoPro just fell. Yo, what the actual going on right now? All right, so I'm losing it. I'm at this is gonna drive me insane. Like, this is legitimately like, this is fucking creepy. I don't care what you say. I don't care how big of a macho man you are. Nah. Like, this is nuts.
The van moves again. CJ locks every single door, one by one, crawls into his sleeping bag, and pulls it over his head. Locked inside his van on his own property, he was too terrified to look out the window.
It's really cold out. And it's only getting colder. So I don't know. Oh man. I don't know if I need to start a fire.
Ah! The fucking van was just moving.
I'm done. I'm literally gonna get in the sleeping bag right here. I'm gonna pull it over my head, and I'm absolutely going to bed. I'm done with this shit.
Sarah Dungo is a YouTube channel about romanticizing the mundane, sharing clips of an earthly experience on the road. Tonight, Sarah camps out alone in her van at a Cracker Barrel parking lot in Asheville, North Carolina, cooking pasta for dinner when a man starts banging on her door and won't leave. She didn't post this video for 2 months. She almost never posted it at all.
So the first night in the city, I decided to spend the night at a Cracker Barrel, and if you're familiar with these restaurants, then you'll know that they're similar to Walmart in that they allow you to spend the night if you're passing through, and sometimes they even have designated parking spots for larger rigs. So I ended up spending the night here. There were some other RVs around, and I had a very peaceful sleep. After that, I decided to stick around the city for one more day and explore a little more. The second day in the city was similar to my first. It was nice, but the night was completely opposite.
The parking lot has emptied out. She is completely alone when the knocking comes. She turns off the lights and all the audio equipment to hear better. He bangs on the side door, then the back doors. He claims that she is someone he knows and demands that she come out and prove she isn't. She calmly tells him she is not who he thinks. He doesn't believe her and won't leave.
I was totally in my own world when I heard an alarming knock. Know her, please leave me be.
Fuck your camera, man. You're not
Okay, so I am safe right now, but I just had my first knock on the door. That was not the cops. Being alone, I was in the middle of cooking dinner, so I had my cooktop out, you know, propane hose attached and everything, and then he's just bangs on my side door right here. I first turn off all the lights, turn all the sounds off so I can hear what's going on in case it is the cops and I need to like talk to them. It wasn't, and then he banged on this door right here, the double doors. I was just proceeding to tell him, please leave me be, I am not who you think. Continued to not leave and was trying to go to every door of the van. I quickly unhooked my propane and then drove down the street.
Trent the Traveler is the van life of a YouTuber traveling across the country to camp and play in both beautiful and creepy locations. On this lonely night in a national forest, he is making dinner when the camera falls on its own and something outside makes a sound that stops him mid-sentence.
But I've been here in this national forest today, and I've been really bored. The sun's going down, it's getting kind of spooky. So I was thinking, you know what, let's lighten the mood a little bit. Let's pick up that daggum camera and start filming a movie. I have no freaking idea, but I'm thinking about making a cozy little fire in this nice convenient fire pit that's placed right in front of my van. Maybe making some delicious dinner, maybe playing a little video game or two. Or we could just hang out and film this, and this will never go live, and I'll just be talking to myself.
Earlier in the night, walking through the dark national forest to look for firewood, he finds a reclining chair sitting alone in the middle of the trees. There is no explanation for how it got there or who left it. The YouTuber quickly passes past it and doesn't look back.
And right now I am amongst the darkness of this forest, all alone, trying to gather some firewood. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's kind of spooky. You start hearing noises. If you listen for too long, you start seeing things move. If you stare for too long. And you might be asking, why am I walking so far away from my campsite right now? Well, that is because earlier when I was walking around, I found a bundle of wood, like thick boys, that would be great to burn throughout the night. What is that? Okay, that looks weird. Okay, that's not creepy at all. Why is there a random recliner in the middle of the woods? Okay, there was just a weird humming that I heard.
Cooking tofu stir-fry inside the van. Mid-chop, he stops. Something was outside. He calls out, but there was no one there. Millie the dog goes to check, but goes back to cooking worriedly. The camera falls on its own, and he stares intently at it.
I'm gonna be snacking on these peppers, you know what I'm saying? They're good. I just heard something outside. Hello? Hello? I could have sworn I just heard something outside. Millie, can you go check on that for me, please? Okay, we're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. You know, as long as it doesn't happen again. Whoever's out there, I'm making dinner if you want any. Just come on in. Oh! Whoa! Oh. I don't know what just happened, but the camera just fell. Okay, is it freaking haunted or something here?
Jasko creates videos based on all things creepy, horror, and entertainment, going far beyond your own backyard. Tonight, Jasko camps out alone in his van in one of the most haunted forests in the country. A forest with 9 people officially missing in 50 years, reported watchers who harass solo campers, and personal belongings scattered along the trails that no one has ever explained.
I'm going to be camping inside of my van, inside of one of the world's most haunted forests. The stories about this forest are absolutely terrifying. People have reported hearing footsteps circling around their campsites late at night. People have reported hearing voices, familiar voices, like loved ones, coming from deep within the trees. They would go and check it out, but there's no one there. No one living, at least. That also ties into some of the disappearances that happen inside of this forest. People go deep inside of this forest, and sometimes they don't come out. And all that's left behind is some of their personal belongings. And I want to say something. Tonight, I went down some trails that people were talking about online, some hot spots, if you will, and I've come across some personal belongings myself. I found some identification, a passport. It's absolutely insane. You guys are about to see that right now.
Walking alone on a trail, he finds a hollow tree with personal belongings inside. He also finds an actual passport belonging to someone who shouldn't have left it there. He calls the authorities, but no one calls him back.
Whoever was here wasn't here too long ago. I mean, the snow's like frozen over pretty much. Okay, so that's a jacket. That's a shoe. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, let me see if there's any sort of like identification or whatever. Sorry, I just gotta see. Falling.
Transmission.
Oh, there's something in there. Transmission. Please don't do anything to my van. I do not want to be stuck in here. Oh, what is that?
Prostitute.
Prostitute? Where? I mean, where? First and foremost. I hear voices. Hello? Oh my God. Bro, this is a real passport. Like an actual real passport. What the f? Do I have to report this? Okay, I'm gonna go back to the van and I'm gonna call this, obviously this is like federal shit, right? This isn't like a driver's license. Like you could do a lot with someone's passport.
During the forest counting ritual, flashing lights 10 times in the darkness, the device produces the words, "murder scene."
There's one last one, spirits, demons, ghouls, goblins. If you want to show yourself in 1 minute, please come forward. Show yourself in front of my vehicle. What the fuck? What the hell is that? Hold on. But it sounded like something was like hitting above the damn van. This even fell the fuck off. What the hell? Okay, is it not weird that this hasn't said a word? Is there anybody here? Use your energy at 10:20 and show yourself in front of the van.
Site of a murder.
Site of a murder?
A scream comes from somewhere deep within the trees, directly down below. Our protagonist freezes completely inside the van and doesn't flash the lights again.
Oh, what the hell was that? Bro, that was a scream from down there. It just said site of a murder. What?
Walking alone along the road after the ritual, he hears it, footsteps crunching in the snow behind him.
If there's anyone in this forest right now, show yourself when I turn my flashlight on. 3, 2, 1. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh my God. All right, I'm just gonna back up slowly. That didn't sound friendly at all. What the fuck? All right. Guys, I'm heading back. Because like, shut the fuck. Oh, I need my light on. No. On my life, I just heard behind me, like in the snow. Man, okay, so. I just heard it again. Like it was like a few footsteps, but I heard it like crunching in the snow.
He stops, they stop. When he walks, they start again. He spins around, don't turn around, and shines the flashlight. Nothing was there. He starts back towards the van. The footsteps follow him all the way back.
Weird. So when you hear fucking crunching footsteps behind you, you start second guessing and you're just... Okay. On my life, I know you guys hear that. There's no way the mic's not picking this up. Is there anything behind me? I can't see. I don't want to turn around. I'm not. All right, we're just gonna head back to the van now. I don't know if I summoned some shit. I don't know if I played a part in this whole thing with the ritual stuff. I don't know.
Trying to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, he goes outside and finds a slash in his tire. Footprints lead from a trail to the tire and back into the trees. Someone did this while he was sitting inside the van. As you would expect, CJ calls emergency services. It takes until 7 o'clock in the morning for a tow truck to reach him. The recovery costs over $1,700. He was alone in that forest for 4 more hours in the darkness, waiting.
So I went outside, and at the same time, I was like, while I'm out here, before I officially like go to bed and hopefully just wake up for the last time, right? That night. I want to make sure this place is safe. Do a little perimeter check. And there were footprints everywhere. And at first I'm thinking to myself, are all of these mine? But then I was thinking to myself, you know, earlier in the night there was footprints leading in a million different directions in that one trail where I came across all those personal belongings. And I was like, just trying to tell myself things to make myself feel better, right? However, while I was doing my business, I heard a very weird noise. It was very distant at first from where I was standing, but I heard psss. And I was like, what is that? So I followed it to my van's driving side tire, and there was a gash in my tire. There was footprints leading up to the tire from a trail and footsteps leading back into the trail. So I tried to think logically about things. Is it possible that I ran over a very pointy rock? No. So at this point, I went back into the van immediately and I made an emergency call. The other company with the wrecker was able to come out. So they did, and it took forever.
Are you enjoying the video? If so, take advantage of this short break to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can keep enjoying more terrifying videos like this one. Now, let's continue with the next footage. Baza is a channel built around entrepreneurship, van life, and solo adventures. On this particular winter trip, the creator converts his Honda Element for camping in the snow, having at his disposal a new battery, custom shelves, a propane stove, and cooking lobster tail in a blizzard. A cozy and ambitious night that ends with someone blocking him in, breaking his window, and showering him with glass.
I want to solo camp this car in the snow. Now, I love my current simple setup, but it has two issues. One, there's no heating solution. Problem number two, I want to be able to cook a meal inside the car. It's not very cozy at all, which means we're gonna have to tweak this.
Settled in for the night, making marshmallows over an open flame inside the car, he hears it, a knock, and then another. He tries to speak through the cracked window. The man outside doesn't answer. Only silence. Then louder bangs.
Hey! Hello, who is this? Can I help you? Hey! What can I do for you?
Open the door!
How may I help you?
Open the door!
I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Hey, what are you doing?
The man outside blocks his car completely, gets out with a flashlight, and blinds him through the window. He starts banging on all the windows, tries the door handle, and begins shouting at him to open the door. He rushes to the driver's seat with the wheels spinning in the frozen snow, unable to get traction, while the man keeps hitting the car. Then the window shatters.
It's been like 2 weeks since this happened, and my heart rate still goes through the roof anytime I watch this back. What you can't really see in this video is that the car that drives up and starts honking actually first fully blocks in my car. Someone comes out of the car with a flashlight, fully just blinding me, so I can't really see what's going on outside. And if you remember, my windows are cracked open, so I try to speak to him and he's just not responding. It's dead silence. He then suddenly starts banging on the window, yelling at me to open the door. He even goes for the handle of the door. And man, once I heard the aggression in his voice, my heart just fully sank. I realized that this was not a friendly encounter, so I reached around from the back and started up the car. I slide in the driver's seat. He gets even more aggressive, starts banging on all my windows, continues yelling at me to open the door. At this point, it got a lot colder, so the snow underneath the car is more frozen. My wheels are spinning in place, not catching traction. He's still blinding me with his flashlight. He aggressively rips off my mesh bug net, keeps banging the window harder and harder until he fully breaks it in, and I'm showered with shards of glass in my face. And praise the Lord Almighty, right at this point, my wheels catch traction and there's just enough of an angle there where I can squeeze past his car, get around him, and get myself out of there. You can see my left eye rapidly blinking here. It was blurry the entire way home, and after getting it checked out, it appears that some of the glass had scratched through my eyeball. I've been going through treatment for that, and I can now see more clearly, which is pretty great. Now, I have no idea what this guy's intentions could have been. My mind goes to maybe he lived in the area, saw my car, thought I was up to no good, but then why block me in and smash through my window instead of just talking to me? I had a whole breakfast planned. I was hoping to enjoy some coffee by the river. Unfortunately, we have this alternate ending, but I don't know, maybe this will inspire some extra caution with this kind of thing.
The Outdoor Gear Review is a channel for people who love nature, hiking, backpacking, and adventure, built by a family man whose soul belongs to the outdoors. On this humid summer truck camping trip high up in the mountains, he is carving wood, cooking burgers, and watching storms roll in from every direction. Then, a vehicle pulls in and something is very wrong.
This is a truck camp adventure. I just hit the road. I have roughly, I don't know, an hour and a half to drive to get to my destination. Today, it's hot, it's humid, so I'm going up. Higher elevation to beat the heat. And I'm bringing you all along with me.
Eating alone by the fire, a vehicle comes down the road. From inside, he hears a woman laughing. Not a normal laugh. Something that doesn't stop. A man shouts at her to stop. She laughs louder. They drive to the end of the road, turn around, and leave. His spider senses immediately tingle. Remote mountain, no signal, people under the influence of something making them completely unpredictable. He sits armed and ready by the fire until he is sure they are gone. The sound of that laughter stays with him for the rest of the trip and he can't shake it off.
Let's eat. All right, everyone, cheeseburger time. That is freaking awesome. Absolutely bizarre. I hear a vehicle coming. It came down, turned around, went back out. From the moment I heard that vehicle, I mean, I could still hear her. She's laughing hysterically, but not a normal laugh.
David is an overlanding, travel, and adventure creator behind the YouTube channel Overland Nomad, where he documents solo trips, remote camping, and off-road exploration. His content usually focuses on quiet escapes, isolated locations, self-sufficiency, and the kind of peace that comes with being away from everything. But on February 24, 2026, that very isolation turned into something far less comfortable than expected. What started as a simple campsite on a lonely beach gradually transformed into a situation that just didn't feel right.
Alright guys, I think we found our spot for tonight. Should be good. Kind of protected a little bit from the sand. Piper's been anxious to get out. You ready, Pipes? Come on. I think this should be good. If the wind changes a little later, then we can move around, maybe get a little closer. But I do like that well guys, I'm very blessed that the wind slowed down, thank God. But I want to give you guys a little tour of Casa Nomad, which is Casa Nomad V2, version 2, because version 1 was the wilderness. This one is version 2. Some of you guys have been asking me if I'm gonna ever bring the wilderness back, I don't think I am. This setup is 10 times better for me. Personally, I like this. It has less room than the wilderness, but setup and storage is so much better.
At first, everything felt exactly as it should. A remote stretch of beach, the wind finally dying down, and a campsite that gave him visibility and privacy. It was the kind of solitude he was used to. It was quiet, controlled, and predictable. But that sense of control didn't last, because as the night settled in, something began to feel off.
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué? ¿Necesita hacer llamada? ¿Qué necesita?
Piper, you scared me, dude. I kid you not, I was cooking and I was just having to stare through the window and I see a light like coming up, like someone walking. And it freaked me out. I got my protection and I grabbed Piper because Piper will attack. And yeah, it was a lady.
While cooking and preparing for the night, something caught his attention. It was a light approaching in the distance. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal, just another presence on a long stretch of empty beach. But everything changed when a woman appeared near his campsite, claiming she was stranded further down the beach. That, on its own, wouldn't have been unusual. Situations like that can happen. But something didn't add up. The YouTuber offered to help and suggested calling someone for assistance, keeping a safe distance, but she refused. And that small inconsistency changed how the moment felt. Because from then on, it was no longer just about helping someone. It was about uncertainty and not knowing who else might be watching.
And I guess they're stuck, but look, I would love to help, but I'm by myself. There's no one out here, and I don't know if it's a trap. I don't know. All right, guys. Well, I was thinking about just camping a few miles south, but then I spoke to my wife, and she had a good point. She's like, that just sounds super sketchy. She's like, I don't know how you're gonna go to sleep. And I said, yeah, you're right. And I did call, I called 911. I called the county just to report it. And they said they couldn't do much. They're like, we can't send anyone out there to like rescue or anything. Like, they're on their own on that one.
David made the decision to leave in a firm, controlled, and almost silent manner. Not out of panic, but because of that subtle point where things stop aligning as they should and instincts begin to speak louder than logic. Because staying meant remaining in a moment that felt completely understandable, whereas leaving meant trusting uncertainty over explanation. Even after driving away, the feeling didn't entirely disappear. It lingered in the background, unresolved, hard to place. From a distance, the question that persists is, was it simply a misunderstanding, a coincidence of timing and isolation? Or was there something in the behavior that didn't translate clearly in the moment but still registered as strange once everything settled down? The woman's intentions, of course, remain unknown. There is nothing definitive to hold on to either way. But personally, I find the situation a bit unsettling. Not because of anything overtly wrong, but because of the contradictions. Refusing help when it is offered, the lack of clarity in the communication, and the fact that in remote places like this, even small inconsistencies are amplified when there is no one else around to confirm what is normal. And that is what endures. Not certainty, but the gap between what was seen and what cannot be explained. Because in environments like this, quiet, isolated, and unmonitored, it doesn't take much for instinct to begin filling in the blanks. And once that happens, You are left wondering if it was truly something to worry about or just a moment that felt heavier than it actually was. Cody is the creator behind the YouTube channel Whistling Diesel 1000, known for pushing boundaries to the extreme in a way that often blurs the line between ambition and recklessness. His content thrives on risk-taking, tackling challenges with little preparation, and relying more on confidence than expertise. But on October 15, 2025, what started as an attempt to climb the Grand Teton with almost no mountaineering experience quickly turned into something much more serious, where the environment itself became unpredictable and the margin for error vanished without warning.
I feel like most of the people that say a Ferrari is not attainable would also say Mount Everest is hard to climb, so you're a weak. I'm gonna free solo that crap, and I'm making my own route because no one's done it, and I will die on that hill.
I hope that's not some foreshadowing.
Where are you going?
All right, we're up to just about 10,000 feet or more, and I'm feeling pretty good. We are ascending rapidly, but this is honestly absolutely amazing. This is so great. What? What is that? Film. Oh my God, film. Guys, get behind this rock now. Get behind the rock now. Get behind the rock now. Get under this rock now. Now. Guys, get under the rock now. Get under the rock now. Under this. Josh, get down. Ready, over film. Here. Go. I'm get in front of a big rock. Right here, guys. Right here. Oh, that is bad. That's so bad.
That is crazy.
Guys, that's bad. Oh, my legs are shaking.
Bro, that was an avalanche.
Dive behind this.
That would have protected you.
That was a rock fall.
Well, right there is that saddle.
Bro, I'm not going to saddle.
Are you serious, bro? There's no way. I've never seen that in my life.
Me neither.
20-foot boulders coming down. Bro, there would be no getting out of that. Look at this smoke. That's all dust from the...
At first it seemed manageable, at least from the outside. The climb looked exhausting, yes, but still controlled, like something that could be overcome with enough effort. Then, without warning, rocks began to fall. It wasn't loose gravel, but large boulders hurtling down the mountainside with a force that left no time to react. And watching it, an unsettling feeling takes hold of him, the kind where your body almost reacts before your mind does.
I just want to inform you guys of what just happened. We're not in any danger right now. Well, it could be. Oh,
Damn. Sorry. Jeez.
No, it's good. We don't want to tie up the line. Listen. Dude, there's another one.
Cody! Cody!
Gotta get down!
Get down!
I hear another one.
Holy shit, dude, there's another one on the other side of this mountain. You heard it, right?
Yeah, on the other side.
We're hiking the Grand Teton and we're just above the caves right below the lower saddle. And we just witnessed a massive rock slide. It went down where there's a trail, and so I just wanted to inform you guys in case there's hikers on it.
You guys feel comfortable hiking out?
Yeah, we're good.
Guys, let's go.
You guys be safe, okay?
All right, thanks.
Another one. Just go. No, we gotta go now.
Let's go.
It's on the other side. There's earthquakes.
Dude, this is crazy.
Worst case, we take shelter in a cave. Be ready to jump behind a big rock. I don't like how close they are to these cliffs. Oh, I'm scared, guys. I just want to get moving.
Oh, shit.
Don't fall. Which way do we go?
Down.
Through here? I don't remember this. My legs are super shaky, and I'm giving it all I got to going down right now. We just did 3 hours of progress, or 2 hours and 25 minutes. We were headed up to the lower saddle. I hope everyone's okay. Looks like everyone's coming down, but I can't tell. We can't see their lights now.
It's so hard to know.
I didn't hear screaming, but you wouldn't hear screaming.
The rockfall was coming from angles they couldn't fully see, and with every passing second, it felt more likely that it wasn't over. From the outside, it almost seems like there was no real decision to make. Stay put and risk getting trapped in something unpredictable, or move and expose themselves in the open. Either way, it carried risk. At that point, it no longer felt like a climb. From a distance, it felt as though they were just trying to get out, reacting rather than planning, doing whatever it took to stay ahead of something they couldn't control. And just when they managed to make it back safely, they decided to return to the location.
Yep, that's good. Okay, you guys ready?
We're climbing, man.
So, Cody, I'm going to flip this behind here.
Okay.
This is a natural anchor.
Yeah.
So if I fell off,
For sure.
it goes right here and behind it.
Yep.
You're not going anywhere.
Good idea. This guy's smart.
I think he's been up here a few times.
Yeah, this is the one part on the route that everyone talks about being like super sketch. It's a 5,000 foot cliff. This gotta look so sloppy.
That's right.
It's really hard to describe how long this drop is. It's like 5,000 feet. No way. This is it. So when I summited, you can't tell here because my sunglasses are on and I was trying to play it cool, but I actually started kind of crying. Like I was tearing up because of how big of an accomplishment that felt like. Boom. The craziest outdoor experience of my life.
Finally, they reached the summit and, from afar, it looked like a success, as if everything had gone according to plan and the goal had been completely achieved. But standing there, it is hard to ignore what it cost to get there and how close things came to ending differently and tragically. Because the very same mountain that allowed them to reach the top had already shown what it was capable of. Looking back, what makes the situation disturbing is not just the danger itself, but how quickly it appeared and how little control they actually had over it. One moment it was just a climb, difficult but manageable. The next, it became something unpredictable, where survival depended on reacting quickly enough to something you couldn't fully see or understand. And even after it was over, that feeling doesn't really go away. Because once you've seen how fast a mountain can change, you realize it was never as stable as it seemed. Meet Jacob, one of the main creators behind the YouTube channel The Hunting Public, where he and his team have built a following by documenting hunts on public lands without filtering out the hard parts. Their videos move between strategy, long hours in the field, and the unpredictability of the hunt, all while showing a genuine respect for the process and the environments they venture into. But on November 21, 2025, it wasn't just about another hunt, but about how a simple deer hunt quickly turns into chaos, where a single shot didn't just bring down a deer, but drew attention, crossed invisible lines, and turned a quiet stretch of land into something much more confrontational.
What are your expectations? I'll probably shoot one pretty quick here, and I'll just be able to run camera and run a couple through to you. Get a doe tag, maybe. Yeah. I'm excited. Maybe not see a deer at all. Maybe shoot a big one. It's kind of the fun, isn't it? Right. What are your expectations? I don't know. I'm hoping to hear some gunshots. That's about all I'm really looking forward to. It's like, I love how it's dead calm out. And I can't wait to hear the first shot ring out. That's kind of my favorite thing about gun season. Hopefully hear some deer running through this marsh over there. I'll be happy if we can actually just get in there and see some. Yeah. You said a little buck come up and stop at about 40 yards. Stopped way too thick to shoot though, and then started running. I had it in the crosshairs for a second, but just couldn't take a shot. So pretty exciting. It almost worked perfect. It was coming right at me. It got me right at the last second. Stopped where I couldn't shoot. So we'll see. Keep moving. Maybe we'll get another chance.
From the start, the environment made one thing clear. The hunt was not going to be easy. The woods were thick, silent, and deceptive. Movement could be heard long before anything was seen. But the hunt had already taken hold of them, so they kept moving, methodical, patient, following a fresh line of tracks that led them deeper into unfamiliar terrain. Everything looked the same, but nothing behaved as it should. Until, in total silence, something changed in a way they never expected.
I didn't know you guys were sitting there. I've been in here for a couple hours.
Yeah?
I didn't know you were sitting there.
What'd you shoot?
After shooting a deer on public land, Jacob immediately heard something else. It was voices and movement that hadn't been there moments before. Unsure of whether he had hit his target or not, he moved toward the direction of the shot to check. But as he approached, he wasn't the only one moving. What should have been a routine recovery quickly changed the moment their paths crossed. The tone shifted, and just like that, the hunt became a confrontation he never expected to face.
You know where the private property is?
Yeah, I know where mine is. It's right over here.
Probably know right where my bait is too, eh?
I've never been in here in my life, sir.
Yeah, whatever.
I might as well check my traps since I'm back here.
I've never hunted here before.
There's a camera right next to my trap.
So for your back to your rattle and your horn still?
Where are you shooting?
That way. I had no idea you guys were sitting there, had bait. I came in from that way, and I sat down on this hill because it was too calm to keep moving and scout around anywhere else, so I just sat down. I'm not trying to mess your hunt up, I swear. I just came up here to try to get some venison. Hunting on public land, I bought a license. I'm not doing anything illegal, and I'm not trying to mess your hunt up. Like I said, I won't come back. I'm sorry that you sat there all day, but...
Do you know where the property line is?
I do. It's right over there. I got a map on my phone that shows me right where it is.
Were you here last year too?
No, I've never been here before, I told you.
Looking closer at the situation, it felt as though the tension had very little to do with proximity and much more to do with legality, with overlapping space in a place where boundaries aren't always understood or respected in the same way. Jacob was out there alone, initially unsure about the condition of the deer and equally uncertain about the people approaching him. It began to feel as if the moment was transforming into something far more serious than a routine hunt. Jacob, however, handled the situation and began searching for the deer he had wounded.
I'm gonna go back to the car and get my light and my stuff to get it out if she's dead in there.
Oh, you didn't find it? You're gonna walk all the way to the car to get your and come back in here?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the light on your head?
It's not bright enough. So I'm gonna cut it up out here and stuff. I want to be able to see what I'm doing.
I don't think you hit it anyways, but do what you gotta do. You're lucky I'm the patient guy.
And he's not hunting.
My brother, the property owner, he'd have a problem.
Well, good luck the rest of the season.
Yep, thanks.
Come here, you pedo. Thank you, Lord.
Not no Bambi.
No. North Country, though. The blowing queen of the North Country. Double lung, looks like, huh?
Nice.
Good job, Jacob. Your first deer in Sitka.
That's all I had to do is put the Sitka on.
And your UP best.
Guaranteed kill. Seems like 100% of the time, works every time.
Finally, Jacob backed away, returned to his group, and recovered the deer. But even as things settled down, the moment didn't completely lose its edge. Because out there, it rarely feels as simple as rules and regulations. It is instinct, pressure, and split-second decisions. And sometimes, a lack of understanding between people who share the same ground. You can't help but think about how different it could have been, about how a single shot taken without knowing who else was nearby could have had consequences that went far beyond the hunt itself. And perhaps what endures the most is not just the confrontation, but that underlying feeling that in a place where the lines aren't always clear, you are never truly alone. And sometimes you don't realize it until it's already too late. In the end, these testimonies teach us that learning to listen to our instincts is the most valuable safety tool we have on the road. What about you? Have you ever felt that your peace in a remote place was interrupted by a strange presence, or have you had to rely on your intuition to leave a place in time? If you like this video and want to keep exploring stories that invite us to reflect on safety during our adventures, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and share this content with your friends. See you in the next video.